Hey, it's a Tuesday night, 7 p.m. Central. Everyone knows that's Dog Tags Bowling. Hey, hopefully everybody can join. JDB is going to be coming on here shortly. I don't think Gary or Michelle's going to join. Maybe we get Jason to join, or excuse me, Joel to join probably around 7:30 Central after he gets a chance to get back home after working at Tanny Max Pro Shop there at Woodland Lanes. So we do have, and I'm sure when Jason comes, we'll talk about it. Dog Tags Bowling is doing a 9-pin no tap in Paris, Tennessee, coming up. I want to say in April. Hey, what's up? RJ's there, so that's cool. So we will get some more info when that comes up. We've got flyers put out. It's on Facebook. Follow us on Facebook on Dog Tags Bowling. But special guest, she was supposed to come on a couple weeks ago. I wasn't feeling all that well, so I took the day off, and we decided to postpone it for a couple weeks. We will be postponing Dog Tags Bowling for the entire month of May. There's lots of stuff going on. Or excuse me, April. I'm sorry, April. We're a lot of stuff going on. Give us some time to get some guests. The May timeframe does have some openings for the bowlers, so maybe we can get some more guys on to be able to get the PBA guys on. But with that, let's bring in our special guest, Rogue Foppe. She's a super great bowler. She's here local. She got to go with me. Well, she was there, and we got to sit very close for the Holman, or excuse me, for the Illinois Open, I think it was called, the Owens Open or something like that. But let's bring in Rogue. Rogue, how are you, sweetheart?
I'm good. How's it going?
We're good. Thanks for joining. How and tell everybody that you pre-bowled so you could join us this evening.
Yes, I did. I
You're
pre-bowl.
crazy. You're
Of
crazy.
course.
And how did you bowl?
We bowled okay. I'm trying to figure out the level right now. I've never had a urethane, so I used it for my pre-bowl. We're in an okay standing for league right now. It wasn't like life or death on if I was able to shoot another 750 or 550, so we went with the 560 instead.
That's why it's a very challenging game. And this lady that just said hello, she knows exactly. Melly McDaniel said hello. Hey, Mac, how are you doing? Oh, Mac, that's awesome. Glad to have her watching. RJ says, hey, what up, Rogue? I know her. So, yeah, everybody's out there throwing some questions because it's going to make it a whole lot easier. My buddy Brian Johnson from down south, central Illinois says, what's up? So, very cool. Vicky's saying hi, so that's all good. So what's next for you, girl? I know that the Lake County tournament's coming up, and Brian's going to do some help he's going to sponsor some stuff for dog tags, so that's going to be kind of cool.
Yeah, so next tournament for me is actually this weekend. I leave for Central Illinois women's down in Springfield. Then I get 2 weeks off, and then I head down to O'Fallon for women's state. And then I get another few weeks off and then head to women's nationals.
Jeez, you're a busy, busy lady.
Yes, I am, all while juggling school.
Yeah, exactly. I was just going to bring that up. You have gone from the pro shop side of things, and you're back in school, and you're kind of explain what you're doing in school. What's the goal?
So my degree is a digital design and media degree with a graphic design as my specialty. Last year for the PBA LBC, actually, I helped Phil Rilo with the live streaming. And that was very, very fun for me. And I wanted to get more into that. So with my digital design and media degree, I'm learning marketing, photography, video editing, animation, like all this stuff. So I'd be able to help with that side of the bowling industry more.
Yeah, that's awesome. I talked to Brian about your goals as well, and he said that you're going to be a great fit for that because not only have you had to spend enough time on the lanes, when you have enough experience behind the lens, you're going to be able to bring your aspects for both. You're going to be a real big asset for that. So that's going to be fantastic. Aspirations to go and bowl professionally? Yes.
Yep. That would be my absolute dream. I've bowled a few regionals. I plan on bowling 2 or 3 this year. But it would be my absolute dream to be able to bowl on tour.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And then RJ's got a comment. Go back to Deer Park. You need some drilling done.
One of my best customers.
Yeah, they're good people for sure. We've got to travel with them. RJ and Vicky, they were with us when we were at the Illinois Open and also the double show. RJ and Vicky came and bowled the Dog Tags Bowling Commanders Cup that we did in September last year. So they've been a great supporter of Dog Tags since the very beginning, and then they're headed off to North Carolina or something here soon.
Yeah, they're leaving us. It's so sad.
They're leaving us. I don't blame them. I would leave too.
I mean, yeah, Illinois is something else.
Brian Hirsch, I knew he would be here. What's up, Brian? That's one of the guys I was saying that he complimented you, Rogue, on your skills and abilities. Said you'd be great for the industry. That's for sure.
I love Brian.
Yeah, he's a pretty good cat. He's a pretty good cat. So I'm kind of at a standstill without any more fanfare. My buddies here kind of bounce things off of one another, so we're just gonna kind of chit chat. So, Rogue, how'd you get started in bowling? When did you start? When did you start rolling? When's your first league?
So I started bowling freshman year of high school.
Okay.
I was on color guard at the time, and I wasn't planning on making the competition team, so I decided to try out for bowling instead. And funny story, actually, I had no idea anything about bowling was this huge thing. And so I showed up to tryouts asking to use bumpers. Like, I had no idea that any of this was this big thing. I was like, can I use bumpers? And they said no. And immediately I was like, okay, I'm not making the team. I made the team, managed to average, I want to say 170 my first year as a freshman. I was a varsity sub. It was very addicting. One of my very good friends, Amanda Chorus, her parents actually own River Rand down in Des Plaines. They helped me get into bowling more. They're the ones that taught me 5-step, which is what I do now. And they got me my first 15-pound bowling balls, which were a Storm Crux Prime and a Roto Grip Hustle Pow. Still love those two to this day. And yeah, just from there, I've been bowling. COVID cut my high school bowling, so that wasn't the greatest. And I ended up bowling the North End Junior Travel League full-time and Youth League full-time for my junior and senior year.
Gotcha. And then you recently signed with Storm, correct?
Yeah, last year I was grateful enough. I was given a pro shop contract through Storm. And then this past July, I got signed with Amplify Training, which was also another great thing. And when I reached out to Storm, letting them know, hey, I will no longer be with the pro shop, I'm going back to school and stuff, they handed me an amateur contract because I must be that good.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's fantastic. So Brian Hirsch got a comment here. Let me get here. Hey, Deuce. It's a little. Here's a little fig jam for Mason Bolt. 560 scratch. Nice.
Hey,
nice. Mason. And then, heck yeah. Hustle Pow. I've just heard about every domestic hustle out there. Definitely a good one. Well, that's awesome. That's
better days, but it's still packed. It was still a great ball.
Whatever fit. I mean, there's a lot. I know a lot of people. I mean, I bowled my 300 with a ball that Motive doesn't make anymore with an iron forge, and it was not a popular ball on tour, and it just for some reason works out well for me. Yeah, I said the same thing here, RJ. What the heck is a fig jam? What's a fig jam? I don't know. Brian comes up with some crazy comments sometimes. I don't know.
Brian's amazing.
Also, the dog
in one of the youth leagues.
Go ahead.
That's how I met
Brian.
Say again? One of the summer youth leagues I was bowling with, Mason. That's how Brian and I connected.
Gotcha. Yeah, he's a good kid too. That's for darn sure. All right. Got too many things on my phone going off. I'm doing different things. So how long's your schooling going to be for?
It should be 4 semesters. That's my goal. I don't want to do any summer classes. I don't want to go any longer. Like right now I'm in 5 classes, which is a lot more than average, apparently, according to my academic success advisor. But
sure, absolutely.
That's my goal, is keep it 4 semesters, and then afterwards see if anywhere in the bowling industry there's an opening for me, because I love.
I'm sure there will be. I mean, you have a great reputation within the sport, and so the people that are behind the scenes. They know exactly what's going on. Um, I just saw what Brian said, so I'll put up in a second. Now, where are you going to school at?
I'm going to College of Lake County.
Lake County. Okay. Here's the fig jam. Fig jam is F. I'm good. Just ask me.
Oh,
I've never
Brian.
heard that before. I like that.
That's
I like
nice.
fig jam. I just call that bragging. You pat yourself on the back. Hey, you want to hear my high set? No, most people are like, no, I really don't want to hear that. So,
What's your high set?
here you go. RJ might have joined a little late. What's the goal once you finish any goals outside of bowling? So, we kind of talked about that, but RJ came in late.
I think goal wise would be, if I can, for anyone who follows me on my socials knows that like Emil is a big inspiration of mine. Emil Williams Jr. He's a big inspiration of mine. When I met him at the Owens Classic that week, that was just amazing. Like, if I think I could work with Bowl TV or help with the PBA tour side, any one of those, like, that would be amazing. Like, I love bowling enough that if I'm not throwing a ball, I'm still content as long as I'm there helping out.
I have a connection with the PBA. We might be able to make that happen.
That's just, I've pretty much dedicated my entire life to this. So when I said I started bowling in high school, that was a little over 6 years ago. So that's how much I've just devoted everything to this sport.
Right. Absolutely. Yeah. It's and I don't know how many dog tag shows you may have seen. We're extremely passionate about it as well, just for the simple fact for the people that are involved in it. It just makes it so much easier. The access that you can get to the pros, the opportunities that you can develop relationships with the best of the best. And then to be able to give back to the veterans community like we've been able to do at Dog Tags, it's just been a win-win. My wife hates it when I say that, but it is a win-win. It's good for us. It's good for the channel. It's good for veterans. And it's very, very cool. Vicky's got a comment for you. Would you ever consider bowling the Masters?
I would absolutely. I've been watching it this week, and I actually want to try bowling on this pattern that they put out. It looks very interesting. It's just one of those that bowling on tour, the only thing going out bowling the bigger events right now is financials.
Sure, absolutely. I mean,
it's life.
It is such a challenge, and I've told people all the time, they just don't get it. Even league bowlers that don't follow the PBA and they don't understand, they watch it on a Sunday, they're like, well, that guy won 190 to 185. I could do that. They have no idea that they were there for a freaking week and they bowled 50 games or whatever the case may be, and all the challenges that they had to go through. Then they had to pay to get there. They had to pay the entry fee. They had to pay for the hotel. They don't understand any of that. It's not that they're getting on the PBA private plane and flying to Reno like the New England Patriots do. So it's definitely a difficult way to go.
Yeah.
I saw in Jackson, Michigan a couple years ago, Dallas Leon was loading up his truck and he probably had 30 bowling bags, suitcases, everything. He's like, yeah, now I got to drive to Louisiana. I'm like, holy crap, man. Yeah. I say I want to be a pro. I don't think I had that dedication. I don't think I could have done it.
Yeah, it's insane. Like, my garage right now is like my little bowling station with all my different bags and stuff. I currently have like 3 or 4 3-ball bags just sitting in my car at all times now that it's getting warmer because of how much I bowl. It's not easy. It's right. Not easy by any means.
It is not easy. Brian's got a comment. Excuse me, the wrong one. Rogue, tell the story when he took you onto the PBA truck.
Okay. So as we talked about, I used to be a pro shop manager. I worked for Bowlers Mart, and I love that side. Is a great side. And Brian took me on the truck during one of the qualifying blocks. It was before the Wednesday night one. And we walked on there, and I immediately started fangirling over everything. Before I even saw the first truck with the presses and everything, we went to the other side where it was all the bowling balls. I immediately started geeking out over how many bowling balls, all the brands bowling balls, seeing stuff that like is discontinued that I can't even get my hands on anymore as a staffer, that I was like, oh my God, this is like a dream. And then we went back over, and Wes, he had just shot, I think, 1 or 2 300s that morning with the Origin. He's over there drilling another one. I'm geeking out over the fact of how cool of a jig they have on those presses. And it was a jig I had never seen, rather than the fact that Wes Malott was standing 2 feet from me drilling an Origin. And Brian still loves it to this day, that I get geeking over a piece of machinery rather than a Hall of Fame bowler, pretty much.
See, now I'm the opposite. I'm not the pro shop person, so I couldn't geek out at that. But AJ, they were doing the summer swing down at Parkside, and I'm hanging out with AJ, and he goes, "Hey, you ever been on the truck?" And I go, "How would I have been on the truck? If you didn't take my truck, how would I be on the truck?" He goes, "You want to go on the truck?" I'm like, yeah, let's go on the truck. So we go on the truck. He had to go get a ball drilled or something. So he's on there talking to Sully, and in comes Belmo. Belmo walks on the truck. And I literally got to talk to Jason Belmonte for 20 minutes. No fans around, no public, no nothing, just guys talking about life, how difficult it is for him to travel, how his story was, blah, blah, blah. It was uber cool, and I was fanboy for sure at being able to hang out with him with nobody there. So that was super cool for me. So if anybody gets the opportunity to go to the truck, you go, yeah, let's go to the truck.
Yeah, the truck
right?
is like, whatever you think the truck looks like, it's not that. It's so much better than what you think it looks like.
It is a rolling pro shop. That's the easy way to say it. Yep. Here's another comment for you. Candace says, bowl the LBC with Griffin. He needs a doubles partner.
I still have to book a spot for the LBC, so I just might if Griffin's willing to have me as his partner. I love Griffin.
I am bowling the 28th at the LBC.
Okay.
June 28th.
Okay.
RJ said, cool story. She gave no shit about Wes.
I think Kyle Troop even walked past me too, and I was still geeking over the pro shop side of the truck.
That's all good. You know what you like.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool. So do you think you would ever get back into the pro shop side of things, or you want to be more on the PBA touring side?
I think I would still like to possibly one day get back into the pro shop side of things. I don't think I could make it my full time like it was, but right. I still would like to keep up on all of it. Like one of the, I guess you could say, old coaches, old mentors when I was first college hunting back fresh out of high school was Nicole Landry, formerly Nicole DePaul. She and I were talking a lot about just the different components of bowling balls, the different components of an oil pattern, like all this different stuff. And that's what kind of made me fall in love with a pro shop side, is understanding all those different parts. And I will say that has made me a better bowler in the short amount of time I've been bowling, is understanding RG, differential, how drilling the holes can affect everything, the difference between doing a drilling for a one-hander versus two-hander. It's two different, entirely different things. Like, it is something cool that I'd like to continue, but I don't think it would be a full-time.
Absolutely. Candace says Griffin bowls the 29th.
Okay, I'll put that in my calendar and I'll see if I can sneak in there.
Exactly. Brian says she'll be back as a tournament director, and Curtis is the tournament director. Cool.
I will be back this year helping Phil as well for a little bit.
Awesome. Yeah, Phil was just in town this past weekend doing the Liberty PBA 50 event. He came and did all the live stream for that. So everybody go out and follow $2 Phil. He's a great guy. Jane says, great interview. Thank you. I'm not very good at this, but Rogue's a great interviewee.
That's my mom. That's my mom.
Even better. Well, thank you, Jane, for joining. Please share with everybody. Go follow Dog Tags. We're going to be gone for about a month, but we'll get everybody back on. So what do you think about the hourglass pattern at the Masters?
When I first saw it, I think it was either Zach Carter or Jerry Mars post it. I was like, that's a lot of forward. That's just straight forward. And then I saw the
lot of forward.
I was like, this is this is insane. And at first for me, I'm still learning oil patterns. I'm not the greatest at understanding them. I didn't know exactly how you would want to play it, and hearing some other people talk about it is completely different than how I'm seeing the pros playing it. Mm-hmm. So I think it's honestly Masters, and this is what the Masters is and what the US Open is for the men or the women. It's make your spares, keep it in the pocket, just try to get as precise as you can.
Yeah, and to see what Brad Miller did on day one, to be able to come out and average 235, and then Labor Spar do the same thing. I mean, that's just such an impressive feat. When we watch the guys that we know locally that we look up to, like, and you mentioned Jerry Mars, Zach Carter, Brandon Mooney, Eric Pollock, guys that we know so well that are head and shoulders above all of us, and they go out there and like, holy crap, you're like, wow, these guys are good. I mean, they're phenomenal.
Absolutely.
Got some more comments. Brian said, sweet. He's going to try and get you out there. And then we got Ashley says, so proud of you. So articulate. Who is Ashley?
Ashley, so my mom, I dropped her off this morning. She went out and surprised one of her best friends in Georgia. She turns 50 this week, and Ashley is her friend's daughter.
Awesome. Well, thanks for joining, Ashley. Appreciate it. Yeah, Rogue. I knew Rogue would be a great guest, and she was supposed to be a couple weeks ago. Like I said before, we had a little scheduling conflict. So I met Rogue. Rogue came, I think the first time I met you, you came up bold the 910, the dog tags event.
I met you at the 700 Club doubles.
Oh, that's right. You did. Absolutely. And then you came to the dog tags, and then I saw you at the Illinois thing. So yeah, it's just fit real well. So that's the best thing about the bowling community. You make friends all over the place. They just pop up everywhere.
And bowling community is so tight-knit as well. It's so awesome.
And I tell people this all the time. It's huge, but it's also really, really small.
Yeah.
It's a very small community. Everyone knows everyone, and you don't have to be a great bowler. I am not a great bowler. I just am passionate about it. I like it. I have fun with it. I go have a good time. And the people that I met through it are lifelong friends now. So that's why I enjoy it. And it's given us a platform to help raise money for vets. So
absolutely. I absolutely love what you guys do for the vets.
Yeah. So like I said, Jason's doing a tournament in Paris, Tennessee. I'm not 100% sure of the date. I was hoping he'd be on. He may not be. And then we're doing July 19th. We're doing a 9-pin no tap at Liberty's, the same exact tournament we did at Palace last year. But we're doing it at Liberty Lanes this year. All 4 games count. I'll have more stuff coming out in May so that people can see what's going on with that, get signups. It's a little bit bigger center, so we can have more people. There we go. Still waiting on Ducey. What's he saying? So waiting to let me beat him for more beers. Let me. Yeah, exactly. We need to. I heard new scores are going in at Palace Bowl. Jeff says we can come up and bowl there sometime, RJ. So, you know what, though? I have never bowled at Raymond's. I think I need to go out and bowl at Raymond's once.
You've never bowled at Raymond's?
I've never bowled at Raymond's.
Well, you let me know when. I'm originally from Johnsburg. My family's up there. I will come out and we'll bowl.
That's awesome. Yeah, let's pick a date that all of us can get together and go chill on an afternoon, throw some balls, have some fun, and high five, and let RJ buy me some beers.
Absolutely.
And then Brian's got kind of maybe the PBA All-Star Pro-Am. I'm already doing that. Are you doing that, Rogue? Are you going to bowl the PBA All-Star Pro-Am?
I honestly have no idea about this. What is this?
I think it's sold out, actually, to be honest.
Yeah, I had no idea about an All-Star Pro-Am going on.
Yeah, RJ said so. Let's see here. RJ said, yeah, let's do Raymond's then. Brian's like, even I bowled Raymond's. Yeah, but Brian bowls everywhere, so it don't matter. So the All-Star weekend is April 4th and 5th, where they come up and they do the 2-handers versus the right-handers. They do the strike derby. They're also doing a Pro-Am Friday night, April 4th at Sussex Bowl. It's one of H5G centers. Yeah, Brian says it's sold out.
Shocker.
It's sold out. Oh, well.
I didn't know that's what it is. that all-star event where it's all like the fun tournaments, the fun little
Fun
stuff.
tournament. It's not a title. Actually, guys, and for people watching right now, you can go. And Brian might be able to comment it better than I can, but you can go vote for who you want to be in. So it's an all-star slash popularity contest for who you want to have in Strike Derby. So Nate Purchase is pushing hard to get in because, I mean, he's from Wisconsin. That'd be great to have him both locally. I'd like to see AJ get in it because he's living in Waukesha now, or excuse me, where's he living? Somewhere in Wisconsin. What the heck's the name of that town?
There's so many towns in Wisconsin.
Yeah, no, he's right off the interstate. It's where Allie lives. I can't remember the name of it. Kenosha. There you go. He's in Kenosha, so he's close by. But it's a popularity contest. I'm sure that EJ's going to be there. A lot of H5G people will be there, so it'll be cool. It'll be very cool. Well, Rogue, we normally try and keep people between 25 and 30 minutes. We're sitting right at that same time. So because no one else is joining in, show a little short, but I greatly appreciate you coming on and enjoying the time and hanging out. Brian says, yeah, just do this. Just go to Facebook. All the players are posting. Yep, you can get a place to vote. Blah, blah. I already said that, Brian. I said Kenosha.
Brian's a little late to the party.
Brian's on. He's on it. He's my Wisconsin guy. He's on stuff like that. But before we leave, we always end it with a toast, and I don't know if you know it. The toast is, here's to us and those like us, damn few. And that's what I feel about a ton of people in the bowling community, damn few people that meet like that. So thank you for joining. RJ says thanks. And before we get off, and I'll let Rogue stay on when we do this, I want to give a big shout out to all the Dog Tags alumni that are out at the USPC Masters right now. So let's just give you an idea who's been on the show and who's bowling right now. AJ Johnson, Kyle Troop, Jesper Svensson, EJ Tackett, Tom Smallwood. Yeah, I'm bragging right now for all the people who've been on the show. I'm just saying, okay? Bear with me. Tom Smallwood, Kyle Sherman, Brad Miller, Marshall Kent, Francois Lavoie, Don Barrett, Stu Williams, Zach Wilkins, Jerry Mars, Eric Pollock, Brandon and Justin Bone, Bailey Maverick, Timmy Mack. Timmy Mack's been on the show. And to the PBA crew that's out there that's going to be doing the show, Dave Lamont, Randy Peterson, Kimberly Presser. Thank you all for helping Dog Tags be successful. We've only been doing this about a year, maybe a little bit longer. We've given away over $10,000 to veterans organizations. We're going to continue to grow. We're having more and more followers, so that helps. So yeah. Brian says I'm fig jamming. I'm fig jamming right now. You're darn right. I am smacking myself on the back. None of my boys are here. But yeah, so please, thank you everyone for doing that. Give us some time. We're going to take a little break. We're going to take the month of April off. That's going to give me time to get some more people on. I've had several guys that when I was at both the U.S. Open and at the Illinois doubles tournaments that said, yes, absolutely, we'll come on, just let us know. But when the tour season's going on, it's a little tough. May, they got a little bit of a break, so we'll get some people on. So I want to thank everybody for coming. Rogue, you want to say anything before you get off the show?
Just that, thank you for having me. It's been an honor to know you and be a part of this has been amazing. You can ask anyone. I've been geeking out over this. So just truly thank you.
Well, I appreciate it. I appreciate it very much. All right. See you, everybody.